There are a few reasons why Elon Musk would put himself out there in saying that he would purchase Twitter for $54 a share. Hey, this is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Today we're looking at a few stocks and some crypto, which I'm looking at in the next several weeks because a lot is being talked about in reference to the markets. One of those things is Twitter. Elon Musk has talked about Twitter in a positive way as well as a beneficial way, mainly for him and his followers. Now, what has happened with Twitter? We can see Twitter here for the last year, that its high in the last year was somewhere around $73, and that was last year, July 22nd, 23rd or so, and then it's dropped. It hasn't seen that high since all year round. But when he said that he would purchase Twitter, guess what happened? It went up to almost the level that he was expecting it to go up. But what does that mean for the average trader? Let's take a closer look. This is what happened early this morning right here. Once he announced this news at 6 in the morning, Twitter skyrocketed to just about 53.96. But what happened then? People began selling, a selling spree. This is normal when a person like Elon Musk puts news out there. A celebrity like Elon Musk puts news out there, it doesn't keep the momentum that was originally intended, or he's just fulfilling his own pockets, his own interest. And what does he do? He purchases down here at this level, right, at $45, and then he puts out on his Twitter account that he would be willing to purchase Twitter at $54 a share, which it hits that mark right there, but then it drops a good 15 to 20% from that high. Now, we don't see it going up anytime soon. All day it's been on a downtrend. Obviously, we're at the start of a long weekend because it's going to be Good Friday tomorrow and the markets will be closed. However, most people sold out their accounts. If they were in there, they strategically sold out. This is what celebrities would do in general. When you're looking to invest where Elon Musk looks to invest, you've got to be ready to take gains. I would have taken gains at 52, 52.50, maybe. Even then, it would have been very tricky because you don't know if you're going to be able to sell out in time. But I know that there are people caught up in there because that's just the way the ball bounces. This Twitter account has immensely made followers do exactly what Elon Musk wants them to do, to purchase so that he can make money on the way up and on the way down. But there is other news that's affecting the markets at this time. I mean, look at the cities and real estate right now. What do you think is happening? If you consider what's happening in major cities and real estate right now, there is a trend that is happening. What is that trend? Number one, it's good and it could be not good. But I'm going to talk basically on the good side. Number one is there are a lot of boomers retiring. And what's happening to fulfill this retirement? Wooden skyscrapers are on the rise. And obviously, you can have wooden skyscrapers that are as strong as steel and concrete. It's amazing to build a multi-story building with wood. But it seems to be the trend right now. Boomers are retiring in huge amounts. And developers are betting on urban senior living in luxury retirement communities with rooftop pools, celebrity chefs, and spa-style wellness centers that are planned for major cities. It's the delivery of the town. The main delivery of the town is for those boomers. And also, I mean, there are robots and drones that could change the streets and skies of these major cities. Tech to protect homes against hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. You know, there's a lot of storms and floods that are rising and are concerns for homeowners and builders and so on. Cities explore ways to fill long-term investments, and these are ways that they're considering it right now because the baby boomers can last at least 20, if not 30 years, because that's just the trend, the way it's going. These are the things that are happening right now in reference to stocks and in reference to crypto. Now, before we go into crypto, I just want to show you one other stock that I'm watching that also has been on the rise. It's not rising persistently, but I've been watching this one since it was 2 or 3 years ago when it was around 16 or 17. Look at it now. It's at 40. This is land, Gladstone Land, which I've talked about in a few other videos. And I'm still watching because if I see it drop, I'm going to purchase into it. If I see it drop anywhere into the 20-ish level, I'm going to purchase into this one because land, you can't produce any more land unless you have virtual land. And that's a fact. So you've got to be aware of that. Now let's go move into crypto space. So let's take a look at Doge here, and Doge, you can see, has had somewhat of a downtrend since a week ago, since the last week. It's first it consolidated and then it started to go downward. It's still at 14 cents because it was at 14 cents up here at this high, and it's been at 14 cents right now. It's consolidating. It's probably going to drop a little bit more. It's going to test that 14 level right here, 14 cent, and see if it's going to hold or not. Eventually, Doge will be a good investment. I recommend people jumping in. I'm going to be jumping in if it holds through the weekend. I'm going to jump in at least $500 more into this one, and I would invest it all because it's a good investment for a long term until it reaches a certain level, and then I'm going to cash out. ADA Cardano is also a good investment for the long term, and this one has also been on a downtrend in the last 24 hours, just as Doge. It also has somewhat of a roller coaster ride, but it's around 92 cents. This is a good buy, ADA Cardano, and I will hold that until it reaches at least $1, I believe 60 or so. It reached 250, but you can hold at least till it doubles. That would be great. Polygon Matic is at 136 right now, and I will hold this until it reaches 270-ish range. It's very good. KCS, the KuCoin, is scheduled to go into the 20-ish level. It's at 19 right now. You can make a good 30% if you hold off until it reaches 25 or 30. This will be good for the long term. I don't know if it's going to drop anymore. I will continue to watch it. I'm not going to buy it right now, but I'm going to watch it. If it drops some more, I will purchase into it. Basic attention token, if it drops to the well, it's a good buy for me right now because it's holding at the 70 cent rate. It has support at that level right now, and I like it. It's good. It meets a specific need for the Brave browser, Brave, which I've talked about several times, and I do not get paid for it, just in case. I do like it. XRP is expected to rise at least 10% by the end of April. This would be a good one to invest in. If it goes any further, it will depend on the rest of the altcoins or even Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a trendsetter for most of the altcoins. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. This is Ethereum, and Ethereum has gone into the below 3,000 level. Wow, and it will be a good buy again if it continues to drop a little bit further. If Bitcoin does the same type of move, then there might be a chance it will drop a little bit more. I am going to purchase into both of these, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and possibly Dogecoin. I will make a decision on some of these 8. I'm continuously watching these, as I said in my video yesterday, and I do plan to invest in these. However, I like to make some gains and take gains on the way up. I don't just let it sit and watch the up and downs. All right, so this is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is also on a downtrend. It has gone below 40,000 level, and it was at, what was it at? It was somewhere around 49,000 in here, I think. That's what it was, 47. And now it's gone back down to 39,000 in the last several days. I'd like to take a look at a different chart where we could see better. This is what's happened in the last 24 hours. It was at 41,000, which is exactly what I meant to say, but it came out wrong. And this one, Bitcoin, will be going up. It's going to be going up as war keeps being talked about. The value of the dollar is going to become very tricky, and there's a chance that this is the transition year where the dollar might fade a little bit and we might go back into the gold standard. However, as that gets announced, if that happens, I believe that crypto will get its biggest foundation, because people are not going to trust gold anymore. Only the big corporations and the big governments of the world will trust gold. Well, as the small people, we're going to go into the crypto market. So be ready as this transition happens. It's coming. It's already in effect. So don't keep your money in in cash because it's going to become worthless, and you're not going to be able to trade it that easily. Most probably, I could be wrong in what I'm saying, but the reality is that the trend is looking like this is what's going to happen. It has happened in history before. The only big difference is that crypto money exists, and people around the world are slowly adopting it, and it's going to pick up very quickly as more and more negative news gets out there. If you want to double your bank account, why don't you invest in your knowledge account so your bank account grows multiplied? If you want to know why I'm making these picks, just look up news. KuCoin is a great app, and it will show you some of the news that's happening. Is it the best app? Not necessarily, but I really like it because it can show me up to 8 cryptos at once, and I can make decisions quickly on these 8 cryptos. Take care, and until the next one, where we'll look at other coins and see where they're headed.